Welcome, dear lionesses, to the Lion's Gate. Lioness Rising is officially launching the 8th of August 2022. So this incredible idea was actually from someone from my team, Isabel. She was helping me to prepare the podcast, and it was really her idea, and she helped me with so many things with this podcast because it was really like a little initiation. I don't want to call it challenge, but it was for sure an initiation. And actually with this podcast I found really a wonderful tool to speak transparently with my fully open throat to my community. So of course it aligns so perfect that Lioness Rising is starting on the Lion's Gate. It was out of my own view, like let's say quick, without Isabel I would probably not get this idea, because I wanted to launch it technically, strategically already before. But Lioness Rising is such a journey, because the goddess Lioness, Sekhmet, came to me already a while ago, and she said Lioness Rising is a movement to free the woman, to free the feminine. Of course, also if you identify as a woman, it's also it's literally for everyone, whether you are a man or a woman or non-binary. I always have difficulties with this word, so I'm sorry. It's for the feminine energy. It is the feminine within, because we all are connected, or we both have these two polarities within, the masculine and the feminine. So it's not particularly about a specific gender. So Lioness Rising is a movement. Lioness Rising starts at Lioness Gate. Just couple of months ago, when already Lioness Rising was a protected brand, I actually received this message that also our ascending sign, so it's our ascendance or our rising sign in astrology, might be also for our soul clients. So, and I am rising Leo. So can you imagine it, how perfectly it aligns? And I channel this program, I channel this whole vision of Lioness Rising without considering my own ascending sign. So but here we are connecting together, and it's Lionsgate. And just recently I explained to my sister why this date is so powerful, because it's literally since thousands of years already the ancient Egyptian people, their royalty and their priestess and priesthood were celebrating these days. And this is like the 8th of August, the lionsgateportal is probably the most powerful, potent, magical, strong portals where we can experience in our earthly existence. So then the shining star Sirius, Mother Earth, and the Sun in Leo conjunct from the 26th July until August 12th. We call it all the Lionsgate portal. So it is a powerful period in astrology which brings us new information in form of light codes, in form of new energetic frequencies, in form of cleansing. So we actually go through a transformation period, and especially right now we also had this triple conjunction with the 3 stars in Taurus. I think it was Uranus, Saturn, and they were aligning. So it was really about the Kundalini energy rising and transforming. And now we are in the middle of a Lion's Gate and really like coming to the peak of the Lion's Gate. So these light codes flowing on earth, flowing to us for those who are ready, of course, and the Lion's Gate portal all come from the central sun and our star Sirius. And all this information also is deeply influencing our Akashic memory field, our Akashic records. So for those who know me, I don't specifically connect with this label Akashic Records or Akashic Chronicles, because to me it's a whole universal knowledge. It's like having the plankton in the ocean. It's like having the oxygen in the air, like in this element. So it's really like, or like counting the salt particles in the ocean. It's impossible, but this is like the whole Akashic memory field. This is the Akasha. This is an element which was really since the beginning of time until the end of time. And we all know that time is an illusion, so it's like just a metaphor. But yeah, it's a field, it's a memory field, it's a consciousness which we all are connected with. And every sort of portal, every sort of healing download has a powerful impact on this field. So for those who know, I channeled a whole modality, Akasha Soul, and I also have an academy where we actually really teach how to navigate through this memory field and how to clear it. But that's another topic. So we're coming back to the Lion's Gate. So here we are, all our Leo risings, and yeah, of course, maybe you can check your chart and connect with your chart, how many fancy Leo signs in the house of Leo you also have in your own chart, and you will feel massive shifts. So all this information, what we are receiving right now from the cosmos, which is also like imprinting our Akashic memory field, our human existence, our biological 3D existence in this timeline, or I like to call it time capsule, because time is not linear. So it's basically already in our illusion. So yeah, this information and this whole process, what we are going right now through, is essential for the lifting of our consciousness, the awakening of our heart, of the connection to the source, of the connection to the universal love, of the healing of the divine feminine and divine masculine. So with the opening of the Lion's Gate portal, we can access and download the light codes of Sirius, which brings us into a new vibration and align us with the ancient knowledge of the universe. Also from, of course, the Egyptian pantheon. So the Egyptian pantheon was based on this ancient universal knowledge, like the whole universal construct, let's say like this. And yeah, with a new 5D consciousness of the earth, we don't need to wait any longer for specific dates until these portals open. But for those who may be still more old school, 3D, let's say for those who are still sleeping, these portals have also a massive shift. So for example, if you already connect to the stars, if you study astrology, human design, if you're a healer, for you it might not be necessary to wait for a specific date, even if it would amplify our human existence, our biological self. Of course, if it's actually really meets to our timeline, it's becoming very powerful, very, very powerful, and we really feel it with our physical self. But once you're actually in this spiritual consciousness and you have an evolved state of consciousness and spirit, it is not necessary specifically to wait for a specific date, but we definitely feel it in our physical bodies. So yeah, this is a very specific date, and I'm channeling this right now, and I'm just like feeling so excited because to me right now it's the 6th of August. So I'm specifically preparing this episode for the opening of the podcast. And the podcast has also such a magnificent specific frequency because it's about liberation, it's about provocation, it's transformation, it's rebirth. So we are shifting with this Lionsgate portal into this rebirth and liberation frequency. And of course, we can also use this time to connect with our star lineage, to connect with our star ancestors, to connect to Sirius, Orion, Vega, Lyra, Pleiades, whoever you feel connected to. So yeah, and of course, if we are deeply devoted to the Egyptian mysteries, we know how strong Orion and Sirius is present in the Egyptian mythology. And here we are with goddess Sekhmet, the Egyptian lioness-headed goddess. And Sirius played a huge role within Egypt because many Syrian souls reincarnated in Atlantis and afterwards in Egypt. A lot of Pleiadian souls have incarnated in Lemuria. So, especially when we connect to the goddess Isis, Sekhmet, Hathor, the cult of the goddess Isis and her twin sister Nephthys were deeply connected to the stars, and also of course to the mystics of the Sphinx, because Sphinx, and it's like another whole story of a Sphinx, because there's a lot of them. Like here on Earth we just know one, but if we go into the cosmos we know there's a lot of them. They are guiding the portals. And yeah, so the Sphinx is like a higher evolution state of a lioness when she goes more from her fearful, majestic side to really to this universal wisdom. She is transforming herself into the Sphinx. But here we can use this Lionsgate portal, like the peak of my energy, to have this perfect divine timing to officially release the old and start new paradigms. So here we are. Welcome to Lioness Rising podcast. We are officially starting the magic here, and I'm so delighted. I'm so grateful, and I'm just like getting all chills and thrills through my body to walk this path with you. And thank you so much for just your love and your ideas and already your support that have been what I was allowed to receive through this last month since I started to promote that podcast. So here, thank you again to all the beautiful people who have been supporting me and New Earth Medicine, my team, my husband, my community, my clients. So yeah, thank you.